Hey, good morning, everybody. John Pasanchik here, and this is my Bitcoin analysis for January 14th, 2021. A lot of exciting things have been happening. I gave my analysis yesterday and said we were very, very cautiously optimistic here, coming off of the 20%, retrace 20%. Correction that we had, that started over the weekend, and I gave some points that I was looking for. We achieved those points, and I think we're looking to move higher. So what I want to do is I do want to pull in my screen here, and let me get to it. Okay, so I'm going to start off here on the daily chart. So yesterday, the rally was really just for starting, and when I gave my analysis, I said absolutely positively we cannot close below the low of January 12th. Okay, today's January 14th, so that was 2 days ago. We can't close below that. And what wound up happening was we wound up testing the support, perfectly testing the support at the 33,200 level, which is the center line on the Bollinger Bands. Great support came in there, and we moved higher, and we literally closed at the high for the day. We broke the high of the 12th and continued higher, and we closed yesterday at the day's high. That is very positive. Looking at today, we have some strength coming in, so we really did not have much of a retracement so far below yesterday's close. We opened up, kind of waffled there, and then moved higher. So that is very, very positive. We're not overbought yet. We're getting overbought, but we're not quite what I would say is overbought yet. And I am still looking for a target of between, and we're not far from there at this point. I'm looking for a target between 39,000 and 40,000. Somewhere in there is my target, probably potentially for today, maybe tomorrow. Now, it's important that we get there, and then we have to see what happens when we get there. You remember I was telling you, this analysis game is all about, if this happens, then you do that. If this other thing happens, then you have to do something else. It's all about what the options are given a certain price, history. So what we have here is it looks very, very healthy for a continued move to somewhere between 39,000 and 40,000. Now, the reason why I say we have to really see what happens there is because this is the first real reaction downwards that we had. It was 20%, and it was like in days, 2 days. So that has to throw up a red flare. Okay, and it doesn't mean that you abandon ship, but it does mean that you have to be extremely cautious, because that starts to lay out the groundwork for, we may have an intermediate top here. And overall, I'm still bullish on Bitcoin, but even being bullish, you could get pretty chopped up if you don't have your timing right. So what we've seen here is potentially an intermediate top, potentially. So which means now we came off that 20% correction, we're coming back up, and if we don't get above $40,000, and actually if we don't get above the old high of, it was pushing 42,000, it was just under like 41,800 or something. Let me take a look here. 41,600. If we don't break that high, if we kind of stall in this range between 39,500 and 42,000, if we stall there, then that is going to probably point to a lower Bitcoin. So we have to really pay close attention to what is going on here. And in order to get a little bit more, how are we looking on this thing? We're going to go out the timeline, down the timeline a little bit. So I'm going to look at a 4-hour chart. Now, the 4-hour chart actually looks pretty good at this, at where we stand now. We do hold the potential. We came down off the highs, and we did. It's showing that we wound up with support at the 31,000. I think it's lower, but on this exchange, it's 31,000, and then we started to move higher, and it has been respecting the bands and the center line very, very well. We are now towards the top of the Bollinger Bands on the 4-hour chart. And there is a possibility that we could test, around 36,000 here today, and when I say, over the next, 4-8 hours, and that would be normal. It wouldn't be, we're giving up the ship here. It could be potentially normal to test that. So on the 4-hour chart, it's showing like we do have a risk to have a little bit of downside in the next 4-hour to 8-hour range. Now, if you take a look at the 1-hour chart, all right, we're looking, we broke through, a lot of resistance points here, and we moved higher. We are now currently testing some resistance points, at the 38,600 level. We are in the process of testing it, and it's actually a range between 32,300 and 38,300 and 38,900. There lots of times resistance is not just a point; it's a range. So we have moved higher, and that's perfect. We're smack dab in the middle of some resistance here. So that also would support that on the hourly chart, we might come down a little bit. And even with this, we could come down to around 36,000 and still maintain, an hourly short-term uptrend here. So even if we do come off a little bit, and it's looking like it may want to do that, coming down to 36,000 would not necessarily mean abandon ship. Also, looking at the 15-minute chart, so now we're really getting narrow here. What's happening here is we did move higher. You can see that we cleanly moved higher, and the bands were respected, but the bands are starting to narrow, and we've gotten ourselves into a neutral position. So we're neither overbought or oversold. So right now, something I can tell you on the 15-minute chart, something's about to happen. I can't tell you whether it's going to go up, or I can't tell you whether it's going to go down. What I am telling you is it is set up for a move. We just have to see which way it moves. So if you're a short-term trader, if it breaks to the downside, you're going to trade this thing down to, around the 36,000 level. If it breaks to the upside, you're going to trade this to the, $39,000, $40,000 level. So that's what I mean about if this happens, then you do that. So right now, I'm telling you that based on the 15-minute chart, something's going to happen in terms of a move, because the volatility narrowed down a lot. So something's going to break. And so it's either going to break to the upside or to the downside. If it breaks to the upside, you can trade it short-term long. If it breaks to the downside, you could trade it short-term short. Okay, and when I say short, I mean you sell Bitcoin, go into US dollars. Okay, so that's my, let me get back to my screen here so that I can see you guys and switch this out. Okay, so that is my analysis for today, January 14th. I hope you enjoyed this. Definitely, I appreciate if you hit like, leave some comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and also invite you to like the video. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day, profitable day, a safe day, and God bless you.